Hello, people. So last night I had this idea for a bee farm that would be relatively cheap. So normally, if you wanted a 60 beehive bee farm, you'd need a regular bee farm with 60 layers, which means you would need 60 comparators reading every single one constantly, not to mention all the observers you need to make the monostables, and I don't know. Point is, right, I figured if I move the hives with a feed tape, it'll be super simple. I will only need to read one hive at a time. I'll only need the one comparator and the set comparator. So this is the inside. This is how it works. Right, we have a daytime nighttime sensor, so that way to reduce lag, it only rotates at night because that's when most of the bees go back to their hives. What we have here is a chest outputting 5. And that's running into a comparator running out of the hives. So basically what will happen here, since it's on compare mode, if it is less than 5 it will not fire, and if it is 5 or more it will fire. And that activates the dispenser right over top, and then the honey bottles are collected in the minecart hopper system. Very simple, very simple. So you just have to readjust it. That's kind of the only crap part. I know it looks kind of messy in there. You can probably redesign this the way you want. But think of this as just a giant 60 long feed tape with beehives. And there you go. You see, it just turned nighttime, and so now it starts the feed tape cycle. And now, as you can see, we're getting honey bottles, and they're being collected into the chest. This is pretty lag friendly if you keep the number of bees relatively low. But really, all you'd have to do is once a night, you can chill here and get 60 honey bottles or honeycomb. You would just have to fill the dispenser with shears instead. Wouldn't be too hard to do. But yeah, once the whole thing cycles through, you just go to bed, and then once it's daytime, the whole system stops and the beehives refill with honey. I know that beehives refill twice a day. On average, but moving the feed tape with the bees out is pretty laggy. So you can even tell just how much lag the feed tape is undergoing because of it's maxed out, basically. But yeah, very cheap to make, considering that there's 60 hives here and each of them will be harvested once a day. Decently small. Most of the farms I build are meant to be hidden like this. Like, if you saw, I don't know. Point is, only the top hut would have to be exposed. Anyways, this is me turning it to daytime, and as you can see, once it's daytime, once the feed tape gets clogged, right there, you see how it got clogged because of the daylight sensor. Yeah. And so then the corner will appear next to it. That's how the start feature works. By always stopping it in the same place, we can always start it in the same place. And that's how that works. I don't know, what did you guys think about the super cheap with very good rates bee farm? This will give you 60 bottles a day. Alright, goodbye, people.